Good evening, specters and spirits and ghosts from beyond, and also normal viewers, human and living. Welcome to another exciting session of Blood from a Stone. Hi, my name's Philip, and I am the Dread Master of this horror-themed game, because of creative naming. And surrounding me are some wonderful, spine-tingling players. Say, boo-low, players.
Boo-low, players.
It's like a combination of hello and boo. Shit,
Oh,
hell's
I
already
get it.
scary. I fucked up. I should have just said,
Boo-low.
say hell.
I mean, not if you're a synth devil.
That's true. For Synth Devil,
Aw.
hell is a wonderful place.
Good old synth devil.
That is an upsetting character.
Don't know what we're talking
Oh,
about.
you have no idea.
It's just a synthetic devil. He's all right.
I've seen some episodes.
Well, we have a lot to do tonight, but I just really want to play with all my fun dice. Before we jump into this, I want to say some thanks to people out there who are subscribing to this channel in the last few days. I want to thank Book and Dagger and Salty Leia Solo for subscribing, have been here for long times. I think Book and Dagger has been here the entire time this has been a thing. Yeah, which is very exciting. I also want to thank Briningar. I think that's how Briningar. Lauren, do you think that's how that name is said? Yeah, that's what.
Bringing her?
There's not a G.
Briningar?
It's. I'm going with Briningar and Six Gun Rebel for subscribing. Six Gun Rebel also gifted a sub, which is very kind of them. I also want to give a shout out, which I don't often do, but I need to remember to do this because we see these things. I want to give a shout out to Chow Jordan and Jason Charles Miller, who both rated us on Wednesday.
What?
So thanks to those. Those are cool people. I believe Chow Jordan actually appeared on an episode of this show long ago. So yeah, follow them, and we so appreciate their sending some folks over here. I think that because I've written down to do it and I'm remembering, the first thing I'd like to do today is roll to improve any skills
Ooh.
that you guys clicked the boxes on last time. I will mention to everyone, just please remember, probably at this point you would not remember, but if any of your skills you only got using luck, you do not get to check the box. So if you suddenly realize something is checked that shouldn't be. But let us start with Mr. Dowell.
I think I only remembered to check one, and that was listen, and it's at 99.
So roll a D100. This is the only time in this Call of Cthulhu system when you want to roll high or an intellect check after making a sanity roll for another reason.
This is the only time he's nice to us during this game.
It's not true.
Well, I wouldn't say he's being that nice.
Is that you, Lauren?
Yeah.
Okay.
You playing some sweet jams there, Lauren?
No, I was trying to find our channel on Twitch so I could watch it myself.
Fair enough.
What
Did
is
you?
it? It's a 69.
Nice.
69. Okay, thank you. What actually sucks though for you is that had you inverted that and had a 96, literally 96 or higher, you do improve even when it's at a 99.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can wind up if with good luck you can wind up with your skills really high. But
I'll take the funny number instead.
so it goes. Dan, I know that we missed out on so many improvements that you should have gotten for the dearly departed Judge McGregor, but why don't we roll for what Master Rawlings has? How many did you get to check last week?
3 skills and then also luck.
Beautiful.
So I'll do luck first. My luck's currently at 28.
All right. Well, that's probably going to be easy to improve.
66.
You
So,
do get to do that, so go ahead and roll a d10, and you gain 8. Great.
Fantastic.
Gain a little luck.
That puts me at 36. Next up is dodge.
Dodge. Alrighty. What's your dodge currently at?
58.
Okay. It's
God damn it, 53.
oh, grim and sad.
close.
So it goes. All right. Anything else?
I have 2 more.
Oh, wonderful.
I have occult, which is currently at a 90. So
Ooh.
we'll see.
Little harder to improve, but
No, 42. And then psychology is the last one. That's 53. So doable. No, but I rolled a 2 on that. So no.
it also there's some real like insult to injury that happens when you guys like roll amazing things like a 2, like
Yeah.
or like, and then you won't get that 2 later.
Yeah.
Conrad.
You know,
Good sir.
I did a great job last time and remembered not and did not click anything, but I remember one thing I used luck for, but the only thing that I think I did a good job on was I think it was fighting brawl when Sarah was attacking me. But I didn't click it, so I don't even want to play with this.
You did do that. You know what? That's actually interesting. Do you improve fighting brawl? I guess you would. Roll to improve fighting brawl COC 7E. This is the sound of me Googling whether or not I'm on stream. I always do it out loud. Oh wait, here it is. I literally have the answer. Hold on. Yes, you do get, I'm pretty sure you could not have used luck on those contested things. So go ahead and roll to try to improve your fighting brawl. What does it stand at right now?
It is 25.
All right, so you have a 3 out of 4 chance here, sir.
I got a 93.
Ooh.
You have improved it, so go ahead and roll a d10. And having ripped this rifle away from this small woman, you got a little better at fighting.
So I got a 3.
Wonderful. So add 3 to
Great job. I hope you feel great
that
about
score.
yourself.
I do.
And then, also, you did use some luck. So let's go ahead and see if you can roll to improve your luck. What is your luck at present?
My luck currently is 58.
All right, so try to roll above a 58.
All right.
Not quite an even roll for you, but not far from it.
Dang. 32.
32. Sadly, your luck is all but running out. Yes,
I have a question.
please ask it.
Not that this has happened yet, but if it does, if we roll a 13 during improvements, does that count for an in-game 13?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
I mean,
Nice.
I with on a D100, I will take them wherever I can get them.
Same.
Sarah Quill,
Yes.
are you ready to roll some improvements?
Yes.
Then, what is the first box you checked?
Language, my own.
What is your language own?
60.
60. Well, then just roll over a 60.
I didn't. It's 47.
Then you are not better at talking, my dear.
No.
What is the next box you've clicked?
Spot hidden, which is 25.
Okay, this I think you can improve.
Yeah. Oh, 35.
Wonderful. Then roll a d10, and you're better. Yeah, you're better looking. Get it? But
10.
not at looking. Wow. So now it's a 35.
Yes.
Better looking at looking. High five, swirlies to nerds.
To find my remote for my lights.
Okay.
For your lice?
My
don't-
background
Light.
lighting.
There's lice now, and you
I
can
would-
control them. They're
I
small.
would. God, lice are trouble and a half, man. Lice is the
The
truth.
idea of a lice remote sounds terrifying. It's
I
like
was,
something a villain would have.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a new character has been born.
Well then, Mr. Bond, I suppose you won't mind if I pick up my lice remote. Do not tremble as my thumb goes to the button.
You expect me to talk?
No, Mr.
No,
Bond.
Mr. Bond.
I expect you to
itch.
itch. We both went there, and it was delightful.
Oh,
Or should I say, delightful?
Right way. Wait, I'm looking at. No,
Oh,
no,
no, it's not. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
We go.
Where it is.
So in any event, good times. Lauren, did you have anything else to improve?
Nope.
Did you roll? Did you use any luck last time?
I don't believe I did.
Okay. Should I just let everyone roll for luck? I don't know if I
Yes.
should do that.
Yes.
All right, then Dowell and Quill, go ahead and make rolls on your luck. That's fine. I'm not gonna do. I won't do that every time, but so see if you can roll above your luck score. If you can, you get to improve your luck by 10.
I did not.
Lovely.
Oh, benevolent Dreadmaster.
Yeah, I rolled a 75 over 60.
Then
so.
go ahead and roll a d10 and add a little luck. Also, I'm gonna see. I just want to see. So here's
Nine.
from the new set. That's a lot of luck you got
My-
from the
my
new
line
set.
is-
So there's
yeah.
this. There are these. They got these. Some are tentacles like this, and other tentacles. Where's a tentacle on this guy? And other tentacles like that. There's so many tentacles.
At first, I thought you said summer tentacles, and I was like, "What are winter tentacles?" Then let's get fun with it.
But okay, so the point is, here's what color these dice are. But I'm holding the D6 under a light right now because science. You're about to see why. You're about to see why. I think that's probably enough. Yeah, you can really see it there for a second.
Oh yeah.
And then it's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
and then the glow in the dark is gone. I'm gonna roll this, which is a thing that it says to do to like reward good role playing. And it's kind of, to be perfectly honest, I find it a little toothless, but I kind of want to honor the spirit of this game and friendship. So
That's fine.
everybody does get 3 sanity.
Ooh.
Wow.
How fun.
So do you have like 5 sanity now? Sorry, Quill.
No, actually, my sanity is not super bad.
What is it?
36.
That's not, well, yeah, I guess you're over a
It's-
third now.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
guys.
not great.
Guess what my luck number became with the +9?
Was it
69?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Children.
Nice.
Well, speaking of good role playing and fun stuff from last time, our players, our investigators, members of the Order of the Opal Octopus here in Merkshire, at least some of them are members of the Order of the Opal Octopus, have ventured on a mission to find a woman named Darla Quicklime, who came up to this northern part of Merkshire. I should also mention, I did post. There is a map of Grand Albion. I think we posted this on Instagram. I should probably put that on the Discord somewhere as well. But yeah, you can actually see the map of where all of this is, and I even put a little X in to show the region where they came to. So as our group has come looking for Darla Quicklime, she came to this area seeking a flower called the Dark Lords and Ladies, mysteriously disappeared. Our heroes were sent to find her upon making it to Laugrave, didn't even make it to Laugrave where she was looking and witnessing, but making it to Thatchford, they got instead swept along to Bitter End. Thanks both to Siobhan kind of going rogue and weird things happening at the Sixpence a Head Inn. Our group now have enlisted the aid of a footman at this manor house, this sort of Tudor-style manor, named Mr. Dowell, and he has he helped them break into a locked section, the northwest wing of Bitter End, where our friends discovered some tomes that hold dark secrets and led to death. Deaths that are now either seemingly explained by old age or by the bodies disappearing without any kind of scientific explanation. Apparently, they are now in the dark pool behind the house. Not only that, They have met a new individual, Mr. Rawlings, who sort of showed up. His coming seemed to have been foretold in an odd way. He produced yet another book. Sarah began reading this book, a book called A Taste of Paradise, recognizing some strange hidden truths within this book. Sarah felt herself compelled to take a rifle off the wall, aim it at her dear friend Siobhan, one of, I suppose it really should be noted, one of her 5 or 6 best friends. She pulled the trigger, but fortunately, Siobhan was able to slightly duck a bit in time, and the shot went wide, at which point Conrad heroically leapt to Sarah, pulled the gun away, tried to tackle her, which led to her head being cracked against a marble plinth. She has suffered a grievous wound. Mr. Dowell heroically leapt behind the flimsiest piece of furniture he could find. Siobhan is now holding Sarah down, seeming to be calling on impressive wells of strength. Rawlings is sort of standing there, kind of just, I think, taking this all in at this moment. Here is that map, by the way. So as you can see, like, Merc is, like, there, and the town, the village they went to is there. It's not even on any of the railroads, because all these things that look like Frankenstein stitches are, in fact, just the railroads of Grand Albion. If you guys go over to Hibernon, aka Ireland, you gotta go to Belfry. I suppose I can also mention there has been a strange, an odd figure who's been around. His name is Bradford Walker. He appears to be a footman, but the party has seen him in more than one place. And often, when the rest of the staff are unaware of his comings or goings, and he has, at this most recent juncture, before Sarah read this book, revealed himself to be a ghost. Or at least, many of you realize he's a ghost.
Didn't he outright say that he was a ghost at one
I
point?
think he actually did at this point, yeah. Some
Yeah.
of you figured it out, or they talked about it. So you know that he seems to be a spirit of some kind. He did some strange enchantment upon Master Cravengate and instructed him to go make ready the flower to display for you. Master Cravengate did so. I believe that is all. Anything else you guys want to add to the recap? Any other moments or mentions? Sarah?
I am still in the throes of insanity, yes?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's pinning you down.
Okay, just checking.
So,
How long have I been insane?
you are no longer like, I'm no longer like, you want to do harm to people, but you are in control of your faculties at present.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Dowell.
I did mention to the mystery ghost footman about the voices at night, right? And he
Yes.
didn't know
Oh,
who they
that
were.
is true. That was an interesting moment. You mentioned about those voices, and he kind of got very intense with you for a moment, suggesting it was not him you've been hearing. And he gave you a sort of a different kind of look at that point, Mr. Dowell. He also only refers to you as Dowell since you are of his station.
Yes. What's his last? Bradford?
Walker. Bradford Walker.
Bradford Walker. Yes.
So, with all of that kind of back in our minds, because, boy, so much happens between these games, no one who can remember all this stuff, certainly not me, I write it all down. The Dread Clock stands at 10. Slow
boy.
to advance. Here, in Merkshire yet 3, from the tolling hour of 13. In case you didn't see, it's a 13 clock. It's a weird clock. Cool. So with that, we will begin with tonight's invocation. But lo, a stir is in the air, the wave, there is a movement there, as if the towers had thrust aside in slightly sinking the dull tide. as if their tops had feebly given a void within the filmy heaven. The waves have now a redder glow, the hours are breathing faint and low, and when, amid no earthly moans, down, down that town shall settle hence, hell, rising from 1,000 thrones, shall do it reverence. As Sarah is pinned to the ground by Chiffon, the rest of you, either Conrad, you're holding this rifle that was taken off the wall. Rawlings, I think you're still just kind of standing. Dowell, you're crouched. You all do hear a voice calling from a ways away. Craven Gate. Sort of. I say, what's going on?
Don't worry about us. We got the situation handled. We'll be up to sea in a minute there, Master Cravengate.
Oh, yes, don't worry about us. We've got poor Sarah Quill under control, haven't we?
All right. His voice is fairly distant, but you hear no sounds of movement or coming.
Siobhan, you got her under control there? She seems to be a little got a little bit of spunk right now.
Yes, are you absolutely
now?
certain? Are you absolutely certain you have her under control? I say from behind the table.
Why,
Siobhan?
Mr. Dowell? Are you afraid?
Yes, exquisitely so. Yes, indeed.
Oh, good. You should be.
Oh, good. I am. Oh dear.
God. I want to do what Siobhan would do, but I also don't want to take, I want to let Liv have her time here. I'll just have her make a sanity roll. I did just roll. I mean, just because I know Liv says nice too. I did just roll a 69.
Nice.
Which is a failure for her.
Oh, that's nice.
So I am going to say that Siobhan kind of sits up, kind of an odd expression on her face. If anyone wants to make any rolls in this moment, they may, sort of an observational
I
nature.
would certainly like to see if I can ascertain what is.
Then make a psychology roll for me.
17. That's a hard success.
Wonderful.
Can I see if she's haunted too, or if she's like touched like I am?
You can make a psychology roll as well if you want to. I mean, I don't think you think you're
Difficult.
touched right now. I think you think you're seeing clearly for the first time.
I want to see if she's feeling, if she's vibing with me.
Make a psychology roll.
That's a vibe roll. Vibe check.
I think I failed. I failed.
You're not sure. All you can see is red. Rawlings, with your psychology roll, you know, I mean, of course, now you know there's stuff going on. You don't necessarily know what she might have hidden under her dress. Hey now. But you swear it sounds like she's listening to someone. Siobhan stands up, letting Sarah go, and just turns to all of you and says, "No one go to the pool," and then she walks out of the room.
While she's doing, can I be trying to? If I think she's listening to someone, can I try and listen for that?
Make a listen roll.
Can I also do that?
You
Am
may
I
as
free
well.
now?
Yeah, you're just you're
Ooh, and that is a 6, and that's an extreme success.
excellent.
Oh, that's almost a critical failure. I think. What constitutes a critical failure?
For you, only a 100.
Okay, cool. So no, I rolled a 98.
Oh, perfect. So you can't hear anything. But whatever. She's.
Well, I
acting weird.
succeed, but
You also, you succeed. You don't hear anything. You also, since you didn't roll a psychology roll, you weren't necessarily listening to whatever.
Right.
Rawlings, I'm going to say because of the level of your 2 successes, you, with no doubt in your mind, you were so certain and accurately certain with that 6, you hear nothing. But based on her face and the way she's acting, you know she hears something. So either she has lost her mind, or some specter speaks to her.
I mean, those things are not mutually exclusive, are they?
Excellent point, Master Rollins.
I would like to lunge at Conrad, just for no particular reason.
Well, okay. Sarah stands and she is going to kind of, I will say that because you are on the ground, it takes you some time to get up. So Conrad, you see her running to you. I'm giving you a bonus die on any roll you make here. Do you wish to simply try to dodge out of the way, or do you want to kind of fight her back and try to grapple her once again?
I want to grapple her again because
Okay.
Siobhan has let her go.
Then Sarah Quill, please roll a fighting brawl. Conrad, roll your own fighting brawl, and you get to roll the tens die twice and use the lower number, unless it's 2 zeros and the other one's a 0, and that you get what I'm saying.
The tens meaning the tens, the ones with the double digits.
Yeah, the ones with the double digits, correct.
So roll twice and then pick the lower number.
Correct.
15.
What
Success.
degree of success is that for you?
That's a regular success.
Regular success. Sarah Quill, what did you roll?
A 100?
Oh, regular. I'm sorry.
You rolled a 100?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
Bad.
She runs at you, and you were trying to just hold on to her. Actually, I don't want to know. Don't tell me this. I don't have your sheet up right now. A 100 means whatever, and it's you're initiating combat. You're doing stuff. So she's got back of her head, blood is sort of pouring out. Mm-hmm. She rushes you, and she's trying to get you. You kind of try to grab her to the side, but before she even gets to you, her ankle kind of just turns, and she falls head first right at the piece of fragile furniture that Mr. Dowell is hiding behind.
Ah!
As you sort of actually, Mr. Dowell, make a dodge roll for me. That's fine.
All right. Oh, good. Oh, wonderful. What is my dodge score? It's 51. Right? Let's see how this goes. 63. That is not a success.
So you sort of try to get out of the way, and this thing sort of crumples. The girl falls on you. So now you're basically pinned down on her. And as it shatters, this one sharp piece of wood just right into her neck, dealing her 7 points of damage. How many did you have?
6.
Okay. All right. Now, technically, she is only dying. She is not dead right now. So, let me go to the flow chart of this.
Rip.
I mean that I think that happened, but I do. Did I make it clear enough? You were not compelled to literally attack people right now. Right? That was the choice you wanted to make. Okay.
She was seeing red. Yes.
Say fair enough. Okay, gotcha.
It was a character choice.
Oh, boy.
Thank you for giving me that out, but I will own up to my choices.
Okay. So, I need you to click the box that says dying, because you've taken a major wound.
Yes.
So click the dying box. Mark your hit points as 0.
Okay.
What is happening right now with everyone as this girl just lays there on the ground?
Ah! I'm just freaking out.
Do you either have any medical training?
Do I have medical training? I do. No, my medicine is 1.
So actually the more pertinent thing here is first aid. They are separate roles. Medicine is more about treating complex diseases or more complicated things. This is a situation of can you
I have a 60 first aid.
60 first aid.
I have 30. I know a little bit, but
I do have a little.
Oh god, yes. Someone fetch me a cloth and some water, and then I'm gonna tear my shirt.
Okay.
I'll rip some of that. I'll rip off a part of the curtain nearby.
All right.
try to get Mr. Dowell uncovered by.
Oh,
whatever
that's right.
he's
He also is on the body. So as he does as you like move him off, you see the thing just like sink into her neck a little bit more. Dowell gets up, and so Dowell, go ahead and make your first aid roll. Now's a funny time for you to have a
69.
A fumble. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't though.
It's like back. Yeah. Oh God.
An 18. That is a hard success.
Wonderful. All right. So, Sarah has been stabilized. She has 1 hit point, but she is unconscious. You know that she needs medical attention within the next hour, and by medical attention, I do mean a medicine roll. And I guess I'll actually explain the way this rule works. So basically, somebody has to administer medicine to her. If no one does, she'll just have to make con rolls every hour, and if she fails multiple con rolls, she's dead. So.
I've done what I can, but we have to find her a doctor, right?
Now, is there a physician in town?
Is there a physician?
Yes, there's certainly well, oh god, there are people who have the medicine skill, like there are people who could attempt a more medicine check. I would imagine, actually, let me look at what Combs has. I don't think Combs has amazing medicine or anything.
I'll quickly toggle through the spreadsheets for the 20 people working at this manor.
Combs has 15.
Better than 1.
Your boss here, he seems to be a rich man. He doesn't know a doctor or somebody that can take care of her here? She was clearly out of her mind.
I'm not sure. Perhaps I'll go fetch him. Yes. I'm gonna run out the room.
You're gonna go get Combs?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, Rawlings, Conrad, Sarah, you're on the ground. And Lauren, I don't, honestly, this is a, 100 you rolled.
Yeah.
And I rolled pretty high on damage,
Destiny.
because if I'd rolled just 2 less, this would have been bad, but not, oh boy.
Can I call out, well, Walker, are you still around? Walker?
Nothing.
No?
Sarah.
Yes.
Or, actually not Sarah. Lauren.
Yes.
This is a situation. So let me kind of explain how the situation here, because this is actually kind of weird. Because like this is not D&D where if you sleep at night you get all your hit points back. The wounds you've taken, you have to receive medical care and then pass con saves to like get rid of these major wounds, and it takes like weeks to do so. So Sarah is not dead. She might die, but for now she is not dead. Would you prefer to bring in another character? I'm kind of asking this out of game, as like.
Yes. Will the other the other characters can continue to try to find her help, and if they don't, then she'll die, right?
Yes, but I'm almost saying even if they find her help, like.
She might.
She'll be out of commission for weeks.
Yeah, you're out of commission for at least a week in game.
Okay. I would.
Given the fact that you cracked your skull and then a piece of sharp wood went like into the spinal column back there. It didn't go through the skull. The second one didn't go through the skull. It came at it from a different angle.
I will bring in another character.
Okay, cool. So as you kind of look that character over and familiarize yourself, I'll bring that character in as soon as we can. Thank you for playing, everyone. I guess.
I like how you're flustered by this, but this is the whole point of this game that you created, this hell game.
Well, what's awkward about it to me is that I technically can't put that she's perished on my spreadsheet. And that just complicates it. She's just bad.
Really, it's a clerical frustration.
Yes, it is.
That's
yes. Thank you so much for articulating that so well. That's exactly what it is. A clerical frustration. I want to have my memoir be called A Clerical Frustration, and on the cover going like, and I'm wearing like suspenders, and I've got like a Maybe one of
A
those green
series of
visors
clerical
on, or maybe
frustrations.
just like,
What is life but a series of clerical frustrations?
and just
death?
like wisdom from around the water cooler. Oh my god. Anyway, oh, Sarah. Okay.
Sarah, on the other hand.
Not so hot. No,
Sarah
not
is-
doing so hot.
Grievously wounded. All right. So
Thinks
as
too
you
literally.
you are going to fetch Combs. Are Rawlings you've called out for Walker and you have not received a reply. Bourgeois, Monsieur Conrad Bourgeois. Anything you'd like to do in this dark moment with her on the ground?
I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm so sorry. You know, I know she's unconscious, but I'm just in a moment where I feel responsible for what has happened to her.
Aww.
Conrad. This is fucking dark. Conrad, as you're kind of sitting over her, looking at her, this thought enters your mind. When you're on the farm, and an animal is badly injured, there's only one humane thing to do. Now, Conrad, you feel this thought, you feel this idea. And something about it seems strange. I want you to make a sanity roll.
$36.
What is your
And that
sanity?
is 79.
Oh, you are so sane, dude.
Yeah, I've only gained sanity points this whole game. I don't want to say that out loud, but I just did.
Conrad.
Way to jinx it.
You are going to be taking a small amount, but it's only a D4 here. And I only roll a 1, so you lose 1
My
sanity.
heart is beating so
in response
fast.
to it. And you almost feel your hands like, you know, like as if you were about to just grab a pillow or something. But you know that something is trying to put a thought into your mind. Some other presence. It doesn't feel like Walker. It feels almost childlike. But you have recognized it as being from an external source, so you don't have to act on it if you don't want to.
I don't act on it, and I don't share
it
that out
anyways.
loud. Yeah, I don't share that out loud. I don't advertise it.
Metal. You sit there for a few moments. Dowell, you actually do see Combs kind of coming around and saying, was there a gun fired?
Yes, Combs, I need your help.
no.
Father.
Oh, no, was someone shot?
No, not exactly, but
Should we have someone boil some water for some rags?
no, I need you to call a doctor here as quickly as possible.
Oh. Well,
Well, anybody who has physicianary, I don't know if that's a word, experience.
I have a bit of training in these matters.
No,
Damn it, old man.
Not suffice.
Get a damn doctor.
Well, I will send. I can send someone to. Oh dear. All right. He kind of thinks for a second and then just turns around. He's gonna he's gonna send the other footman, Hoggins, the kind of tall, lanky dude. He's gonna send Hoggins to the village to see if there's any doctors there. So
I'll come back
Hoggins
to everybody.
is sent to the village, and might take.
Oh, I just realized I wasn't there when that happened. Sorry, I was.
Honestly, it was in the hallway. You could have been shouting.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
I could have been 10 feet away. I'm gonna come back in and say, all right, let's get her into a bed or something. Off the floor, at least.
Yes, quite. I'll help clean up. I'll make sure I go grab the tome that she dropped.
Yeah.
I don't want that. To
You
get
got
lost.
your own tome, and I am going to say, in the interest of bad things happening, that Siobhan, upon holding Sarah, did drop the other 2 books.
Simply fantastic. I shall acquire those to make sure that they're not lost. And,
Oh, and you actually no, you were already kind of looking those over.
I had one of them. I had one of them.
You had the
all of them.
you had the tear-stained diamond. So, you know what though? Actually, I will roll for her on that because the other book is the one she was reading, and she legitimately might have not even let go of that to pin Sarah. She did not let go of that one. But you have the tear-stained diamond, and now you have a taste of paradise.
Fantastic. Well, you know.
So.
That's life.
So a dark kind of few moments happens here as you guys see this girl. You're going to move her to a bedroom. Is that correct? Or you just want to move her onto like this? You would just move her in the couch here in the room. You're
Just yes, somewhere off the floor.
Understood. You can move her onto the couch. You've tried to stop the bleeding with that thing. Combs is boiling water and is kind of getting rags and things together for maybe a bit more of stuff in anticipation of a doctor arriving. But there's a tense few moments as you gentlemen stand over this young woman who just with such sudden and terrifying violence really kind of in many ways just by her own hand or by her own sudden rage injured herself so badly. You know what?
What?
I am going to make an executive decision right now.
Ooh.
You did that. No, we did that on purpose, didn't we? Lauren.
Yes.
I want you to roll 3d6.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but let's rock and roll.
Probably bad, but
What if it
Probably.
was 13?
If it adds up to a 13, that's amazing. Do it. Somehow do it.
oh wow.
One fell, and that's a 7. 6 and a 2. 7, 6, and 2.
Well, you can't roll a 7 on a d6.
Wait, that's a 2. That's a 2.
So
I saw the bottom of it in the dark.
So 2, 6, and 2.
10.
10 times 5. I am making an unprecedented. This is unbalancing things, but for story reasons, it's just what's happening. So, Hoggins, returns after a couple of hours with a woman. Hoggins will come in and say, I found a nun.
All right. Well, does this nun have medical knowledge?
She said she does.
Right. Bring her in.
Well, she has a 50 because 10 times 5 is 50. Unprecedented. I'm giving you a on-the-fly medicine. So you see a nun walk in. Lauren, can you describe this person they see?
Yes. Her name is Sister Mercy Magdalene. She is very tall. She has dark hair, and she is very beautiful. You cannot see her hands very well. She keeps them close to her, and she holds a rosary very close to her in her right hand always.
Does she wear like gloves, long sleeve? Is it like she's all covered up?
She wears a glove on her right hand, and that's the hand in which she always holds her rosary.
Understood. Well, you see this very tall sort of woman, this nun, and Hoggins is like blushing as he sort of leads her in, kind of awkwardly. I didn't see a doctor. She says she knew how to help people. And if you want to change your name here in the thing, you may do so. But yes, this it's funny because Lauren was very excited about this character, and I was like, I mean, you probably won't get to play this character while Sarah is wounded but is fine. And then what does she do round 1? She
Why not?
impales herself in the back of the head. So,
Strong character choices, Philip.
I mean, that's one way of putting it.
I respect it.
Oh my words. So,
Yes, you said you had medical knowledge, sister.
I have the power of the Lord with me. I would like to pray on the young woman, if you would let me.
It's better than nothing, I suppose. All right, come with me, please.
So you come into this room, you see signs of a struggle. Sister Mercy, this is definitely like a place of opulence. Clearly wealth is here. You see these gentlemen, Rawlings and Bourgeois. Neither of them seems like the person who owns this house. Bourgeois' just general manner of dress is very different than kind of the traditional energy of this house. And Rawlings, though he's wearing a suit that was probably nice once, is definitely very threadbare. This young woman is on a couch. She seems to have multiple injuries to her head. She otherwise seems very just like small and sweet. If you are going to try to treat her, I would like for you to make a medicine roll.
Wait, medicine or first aid?
Medicine.
Okay.
As sister, do you not understand what I just did?
Oh, yes. Yes, I see it.
Sister Bercy got a medicine score that was good for plot reasons.
Thank you.
And it makes sense because a nun might know.
Because I was looking at it, and I was like, well,
Yeah. She had a 1, but now she has a 50 because she rolled 10 and it's 10. It was 5. Executive decision, it's fine.
Okay.
Nuns are often nurses, so I'm down with it.
42.
You manage to recognize the Sarah is no longer dying. So uncheck the dying box on Sarah.
Yes.
Then I want you to roll a d3, which is basically roll a d6, and 1 or 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6 is 3. That's how I do it.
Okay. 5.
Okay, so Sarah gets 4 more hit points, or 3 more hit points, so she has a total of 4. And she is alive. She maybe even I don't think she's gonna regain consciousness though and be like, I mean, she wouldn't for very long. I don't even know if she does at all. Tell you what, roll a con roll with Sarah's stats.
Okay.
Let's see if she can even say anything.
Okay. Oh, well.
She's actually pretty constitutional.
46.
So Sarah awakens long enough to, like, you know, in kind of a laudanum-induced haze. You can say 1 or 2 things if you'd like to.
Is she still seeing red?
Yes, but also pain. So it's kind of, you know, and she has you have almost no strength in your body.
Okay. These could be her last words, y'all.
I see that she's waking up, so I lean in.
Okay.
Not too close, but
Conrad, I'm sick of being underestimated. I'm underestimated by everyone. No one ever gives me a chance, and I thought
With that, she falls back asleep.
Ah! Yep, you! Okay.
I was half counting words in my head.
I look at Sister Mercy Magdalene and say, I don't know what you did, but she gonna be all right?
It is in the Lord's hands at this point.
Oh, she's going to die. Oh, God.
That is not up to us.
There's so many things in this world that are not up to us. Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I'll just look thoughtfully at the conscious people in the room.
Combs comes back to the door. He's been bringing you, you know, certain materials and such. He will say, Sister, Master Cravengate wished to extend his gratitude for your arrival. I've explained to him what's been going on. He would love to see you in the library.
Can we just make sure that we get some accommodations for our
Mistress
comrade
Quill.
here?
Yes. Honestly, at this point, you guys might have even moved her up to a bedroom at Jan. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of for
That's it.
longer accommodation.
Very well. I'm interested in approaching. We're here for a reason.
So, sister, will you go to the library?
Yes, but I will follow behind everyone else silently.
All right. Are the rest of you going to the library?
Quite a library. You should certainly hope there's one here.
Anywhere to get away from whatever that was that just happened.
So, you kind of go across. This is still kind of on the first level, and you actually enter a rather large library. Although this library seems to have less books and more sort of just like art objects, just other pieces of decor. Those of you who kind of are always on the lookout for books, you may certainly kind of look around and see if you see anything of interest. But and Rawlings, you do know some of the books that have been here. Go ahead and make a look roll, or a spot hidden roll. But Sister Mercy, you kind of look at the tomes, and it's mostly just like encyclopedias collected without like nothing kind of notable. And Sister Mercy, you see sort of kind of pacing at this fire, looking very like agitated. Is this very handsome, very sort of like Byronic hero type man, just pacing back and forth. On a table in front of the fireplace, there is a glass, kind of a flat glass case, that seems to have been like removed, but he's pacing. But when he sees you, he sort of comes over and says, "Is the hello? Yes, welcome, sister." He kind of makes some kind of religious sign, genuflection towards you, and says, "Are you? Thank you so much for coming. Is everything all right? Is the girl okay?"
She's alive.
And how is Siobhan?
Who is Siobhan? I did not see.
She walked off somewhere. We're not quite sure where she is at the moment.
Been something fishy going on with her.
Should I go fetch her?
Perhaps she's out of the water? At the lake?
Is she at the lake? Yes. Dowell, please go and see if she's in the lake and all right.
Yeah, at once, master. I'll head out toward the lake.
Okay. He kind of rubs his face. Yes, I have this. Forgive me, Sister Mercy. I had to make certain that this flower was ready for display.
What is this flower that you speak of?
Oh, yeah, please, yes. He kind of leads you over to it. You see, in a glass case, pressed and dried, is a black flower. I will pull up the typical looking one, which I should have done already. This is the Dark Lords and Ladies. And I would like you to make a nature roll, dear sister.
Ooh.
Do I know about any particular sorts of occult things for which this might be?
I failed.
You've never seen this flower. You're unfamiliar with it. You, however, are asking if you know of any occult use. Go ahead and make an occult roll there, Rawlings. However, will you succeed on one of these?
That is a 10, which is an extreme success.
So basically, it is flowers like this one, but it's completely black. It's kind of the general vibe. Here's a few sort of things, or not completely black, but like the leaf is black and it's very sort of striking. They're sort of there's some red on there, but pretty kind of black and red and white. Yes, these flowers actually do figure into a lot of occult practices, especially people who with a. Is that hard or extreme for you? Extreme. I kind of was asking. I'm not even sure if there is like further extreme stuff. I'll just tell you more emphatically.
Well, I extremely failed for Sarah.
But you shouldn't be rolling Sarah. Roll Sister Mercy.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that was an extreme. Never mind.
I see what you're saying. Sure. Rawlings, this flower is venerated among certain subcults. You are pretty familiar with like green man worship. There are certain people who worship a different version of the green man. A different sort of iteration of him. Now, to be honest, though, you have seen some of this stuff. Some of it maybe tugs at your dread. You think this is more just weird folk stuff. Although people have been killed over it, so you feel there is something to it. But this is not dread magic. This is just kind of folk magic.
I guess so. My question then is this like different iteration of the Green Man? Like, is it like a whole different like sect or like schism of like people trying to worship the Green Man? Or is it like, oh, like the Green Man has different aspects, and this is like just another one that some people prefer over others, like how like Norse gods have like different aspects or different like things that people worship them for.
This is honestly, you've kind of said two things. This is like a combination of both of those. This is that some people believe, whether it is an aspect of the Green Band or whether it is like whether there's like another figure.
Have I then?
You know what? With an extreme success, it is a different figure. It is not an aspect of him. Some people consider him an aspect, but you know that the people who really get into this Dark Lords and Ladies Flower, believing it is a sign of his presence, are people who worship a different figure altogether.
And do I know what that figure is?
You do. They call him the Great God Pan.
Pan? Sorry.
Pan.
Oh.
So, in any case, Sister Mercy, you're sort of saying there, Rawlings, you're very familiar with these flowers. Rawlings, you also know that these flowers, I mean, whether or not there is this god Pan who makes the Dark Lords and Ladies grow, I can't speak about that. But certainly the idea that there is you know that they're very rare. They have not been seen in a while. So the idea that they even have one preserved is kind of impressive. And I'll say also with your extreme success, you definitely know like Merkshire is an area where they were known to grow. Hence so much, either that's why there's so much Pan worship here, or why there's...
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah, they either caused it or... Exactly, yeah. Chicken or egg. Cool.
So y'all make anything of this flower here, or?
Fantastic.
I'm not familiar.
I'll explain like kind of what I know in a little more. I understand that like the group is not as eclectically minded as I am, and I will try to skim over some of the more what is the term for it? Some of the depths of the subject and stick to a surface level engagement of the matter.
You're hearing things about kind of just folklore, the Green Man, but not the Green Man. You guys notice Craven Gate is barely paying attention, his eyes almost glazing over.
Are you okay?
Yes, where the hell is Dowell? Speaking of Dowell, you go out to find Siobhan. You see, out by the pool, Polly is sitting on the side of the pool, kind of staring at Siobhan, who's just back, like all you see is her back. She's just staring motionlessly into the water.
Mistress Siobhan, the master was inquiring after your presence. Mistress Siobhan. I walk up closer.
Mm-hmm. Polly just kind of gives you a look of like, I don't know. She's just been staring at that for a while like that.
For how long?
I don't know. Maybe 10 minutes.
Can I
Not sure
walk
if you
up,
sense the time.
can I walk up right behind her and just kind of peek over her shoulder? Is she staring at anything in particular?
Make a spot hidden roll.
That is a 75.
So you do not see anything new.
Push it.
You want to push it? You can try again, but if you fail, it'll be bad.
Yeah, why not?
He dodged a bullet not seeing anything. This is a bad push. Go ahead and push. You're just in for it no matter what happens now.
I'm so excited.
Oh.
A 54 under 57.
So you do see.
So it is a success.
You kind of try to peer and you're not sure. Dowell, for just a split second, you see this red-haired woman under the water. Looks like she's drowned. You see just like a little flash of it. And then there's this odd moment as your eyes are drawn to what seems like a bit of motion in Siobhan's, like at Siobhan's side, and you see a doll in her hands. A doll that looks like a little drowned red-headed girl. It's odd. I need you to make a sanity roll, Mr. Dowell.
Oh my God.
God, things are about to get dark. I feel real bad.
You know, the Lord is with us.
A
Do not worry.
51. My sanity is 78.
Okay. So you can tell that something is, you can tell that you're, something is wrong. Something is very wrong here, Dowell. But you are not out of your mind. You do, however, take, even on a success, I roll very low, that you take 1 point of sanity. You can tell that something is amiss. Something about that doll. You actually saw the doll briefly upstairs, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Then it disappeared, and I didn't know it went.
Siobhan is just staring for a second, holding it. And then she looks at it and listens.
I'm going to start backing up.
Her hand reaches out for your throat faster than you can imagine. You have two options. You can either try to dodge, in which case a tie goes to you, or you can try to fight back, in which case you could push her over and make it easier for you to escape, or just deal damage against Siobhan if you'd rather do that. Do you want to dodge, or do you want to fight back?
I want to dodge.
You want to dodge. Okay, so this means that if you both roll the same degree of success, a tie goes to you. Don't worry about Siobhan's brawl. Do you guys know what Siobhan's brawl is?
Really high.
She's strong as a whale.
It's not a 99, and it's not a 98. It's not a 97. It's not a 96.
It's a 95.
Yeah. Oh, buddy.
So now, a 26.
For your dodge.
That is still it's one off from a hard success. So
Not bad.
it's not a hard success, unfortunately.
Typically, you cannot use luck on contested rolls. However, we won't even roll it. I'll click this forward one, and you can use some luck.
Absolutely, I will do that.
Cool. So, the dread
Because even if I fail, I want to advance the dread clock.
The dread clock goes to 11. So, you may spend luck.
I'll spend one luck to get it to a 25.
Wonderful. Cool. She rolled an extreme success. So
I
she
figured.
grabs you by the throat and begins walking you into the water. Just like this. Polly is like, and you see Siobhan kind of with this just iron hand on your throat, just turns back to Polly and just goes with her free hand. And now she just plunges you into the water. You can try to break free. This is another contested fight. This is a contested fight brawl, so roll your fight brawl. She's trying to drown you.
I have a 25 fight brawl, so.
Well, I could keep rolling over. You know what? I just rolled an 80, so it's only a regular success for her.
I rolled a 22. So it's a normal success.
All right.
I guess.
So a fight brawl does. Oh, you know what? I will let this be your fight brawl as you tried to break.
'Cause I'm
through.
trying to escape.
So
yeah.
you do manage to pull out. Go ahead and make a swim roll.
All right.
Boy.
What is my swim? Oh, it's 20. Wonderful. Holy shit! I rolled a 14.
All right.
God damn it!
You manage to swim quickly. She just kind of stands there for a second. And she doesn't even move. She just listens for a second, then kind of goes. And as you're pulling up, Dowell, from behind you, you hear a whinnying sound.
No!
I need you to roll another sanity roll.
Oh God! Not the fucking horses.
She said to stay away from the horses.
It's a success. It's
Okay.
a 36.
All right. You basically you feel, even though she's there, even though she's doing something, you don't know if it's even connected to her, but you can feel like a horse behind you in the water. You manage to maintain your sanity. You are going to take a little bit of sanity damage from that. Okay, that's better. That is 3 points.
Okay, that's not okay. You and I define better very differently.
Well, better for me, because I keep doing whatever. I just keep rolling ones on all these. But you have succeeded, but now you are like thrashing with your swim, though, knowing that, and with your sanity, you're able to like keep it together. And I'm not in control of your actions, so if you wish to, what do you want to do? Polly's just like, oh, you two done horse playing around then? What was that about? That was weird.
Help! She's trying to murder me. I'm trying to like scramble out of the lake.
You've scrambled out of the lake with your swim roll. You managed to get up, and Polly's just kind of standing there like...
I'm trying to decide if she would look behind him to see if there's actually a horse. You know what? I'll roll. Under 50, he looks. Over 50, he doesn't.
Well, actually, wait. Let's roll one of your stats for it.
Okay.
What would it be to see if you have the... You know what? Power roll. Let's see if you have the willpower to not look. So roll under your power.
Okay. I rolled an 87. That's above my power.
And as you pull out, you just cannot help but turn around.
Oh.
And you look back, and you see Siobhan just kind of standing in the water, holding this doll up to her ear, like, like dress kind of almost floating up around her. And there seems to just be this dark shape, kind of in the water. It definitely seems horse-like on some level.
I'm gonna run if I can.
You see that, but in this moment of looking, you can tell that it sees you too. You turn and you begin to run. Polly's like, what? Yeah, am I losing my mind? What's going on here? This is weird. As you begin sort of sprinting, you swear, you have a really high listen, right? No roll.
I have a 99 listen.
You do hear just this tiny, little, girlish, kind of tinkling laughter. almost from a mouth made of porcelain.
No.
So, Dowell, where do you run?
Directly back into the house and away from the horse lake.
Where in the house do you go?
I run. I run up into the. I just run into the foyer. I
You
suppose.
just run to the foyer.
I just close the door behind me and I collapse on the ground.
Dowell, you fear someone standing behind you.
Turn around.
Walker's just looking at you.
Walker, what was that? What's going on here?
Dowell, you've attracted the wrong kind of attention.
What does that mean?
Have you told anyone about me being here?
No, just the other two you spoke with. What? Why?
Earring horses, are you? Dowell.
What would you know about that?
I don't like horses.
That's something we have in common then.
Did any horses see you, Dowell?
Would I answer yes or no?
Strong character choices.
I don't know. I don't know.
We have some strychnine for poisoning rats. Might be good for you to ingest a bit. Otherwise, I might have to do something more unpleasant. Dowell.
Tell me to. I might have misheard you. What were you? I'm just gonna take off running. I'm gonna try and get to the library where everybody is.
With your high, listen. Oh yeah, he rolls really high on that, or low on that one. You hear the front door creak open. As you run out of the room, you hear the front door open.
I keep running.
All right, you make it into the... So basically, the rest of you were in there, the Sister Mary, Sister Mercy, sorry. Rawlings is still talking about the great god Pan and all these things. Conrad's kind of looking at the flower like, I guess this is the clue for this mission that doesn't matter since two of the people who came, one is dead, one's near death, Siobhan is gone. It's like, who the hell knows what's happening? And Dowell runs back into the room, soaking wet.
Fall in a chamber pot?
Mrs. Siobhan, she tried to kill me.
Where is she?
She's down by the pool.
All right, I must, you notice, you've, oh, yes, I can, well, yes, you've seen the flower, I can, and he takes off running. Cravengate does. Rawlings, I want you to make, actually, Mercy, you as well, because you're so high in it. Mercy and Rawlings, actually, Conrad, everyone party. I'd like you all to make psychology rolls for me, please.
Very well.
Ooh, I succeeded by 1.
Nice.
I succeeded.
I failed.
All right, so Conrad, you're just like, what the hell is happening? Sister Mercy, you don't know any of the... This is a regular success for you, Sister Mercy?
Yes.
Because you don't know any context or stuff, but you definitely have a feeling that this guy, like, was staying in this library weirdly. Like it almost suddenly just dawned on him that yes, now I can finally leave, and he rushes out. And it's odd that he's rushing out after this man's come in and said that he got drowned, and that he was staying in here when another girl had been shot or something, you know, or when somebody shot the wall and she stabbed herself. I want you in because of this. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I will convey this to the others.
You can sort of certainly say this to Conrad that is strange. Rawlings, I would say you, having been present for more of this and achieving a regular success, and knowing a bit of maybe what had happened to him, he couldn't leave the room. He was told to come in here and wait for you with the flower.
Did he leave with the flower?
He did not leave with the flower. Seemingly, now that you've seen the flower, he's able to leave. But, like, the reason he heard the gunshot and he was calling out, asking what happened, he couldn't leave this library.
Interesting. Is it possible to observe the pond from the library window?
From the library, you cannot. You could go just to the den and look out the window. We established you can see it from there, where the fight happened. But yes, Sister Mercy.
Can I do a history check on the flower?
I don't think that you'd learn anything in history about the flower. No. Yeah.
Can I walk up to Master Rowlands, and I just want to grab him by the shirt? Excuse me, Master Rowlings, you seem to know quite a bit about the uncanny happenings that tend to be occurring in this house. I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yes. Perhaps. He said he was going to the pond.
Yeah, or he didn't, but Siobhan's there. He's been weird about that, so you know.
Is it possible to observe? Not knowing the letter. Is it possible to? Can you ask me these questions from a vantage point where we can observe the pond?
I don't think that would be best in the best interest of anybody here, actually.
From above, safely from above.
Mr. Rowland, Master Rowlands, you're aware of the other footman, the ghost?
Yes.
He just asked me to kill myself. The rat wasn't. I think I may have angered him somehow, and you're the only person I know who knows anything about ghosts. I'm wondering if there's anything I could do to avert my untimely demise. I would like to not end up like the other few people in this house.
I mean, Philip, do I know anything about this? Like, about...
Make a Dread Mythos roll.
Ooh. Oh my
now,
God,
these you cannot click. I don't even think there's a box to click for it. You only learn these other ways, but yeah.
God damn it, that's a failure. Can I push?
Yeah, you can absolutely push a Dread Mythos roll, sir.
Let's go.
Do it.
Okay, hang on. So my one's dice flew out of the thing. I don't know what it landed on, but where'd it go? But my 10's dice is a 10, and I have a 14.
Oh God, roll the 13. Succeed and trigger one.
Oh.
12, which is a success, but not a 13. God damn it. Ugh.
Suck it.
I hate this game.
I know. I'm so sorry. So sorry. All right.
Wow.
You pushed as you sort of. Basically, I'm gonna say that in this case, pushing is you flip open this new book you have and start sort of looking through it, seeing if anything triggers a gives you a brainwave. And sure enough, as you're sort of looking over this, let me see if I can tell you literally a line that you might see in there. As you look through this tome and then it kind of, just trying to find some inspiration, you find a bit and realize that, ghosts are spirits of the deceased now. Sometimes they're very powerful. Sometimes they have considerable holds on things. Typically only what would be called the Dark Lord is a ghost that is strong enough to be sort of like irrevocably, like invincible, basically. But there are other powerful ghosts, so you would think that to get rid of someone like a very strong ghost who now might have an enmity, you would need to find and perform a powerful dismissal spell to kind of get rid of that ghost, to dismiss it to some sort of afterlife where it was no longer a tangible mental presence. And something about this book, which you haven't actually read about, your character doesn't know these sort of some things about this. It's interesting. This appears to be, you think it's like an opera? You kind of looked it over, it has all these weird notes in it. You're kind of thinking all the songs in here might be spells. So if you want to spend some time doing a first reading of this book, you can attempt that to see if any of the spells in here might serve some kind of dismissal purpose.
Yes, I'll look at Dal and say, look, there may be an answer in this tome. There may be a ritual we can perform to dismiss Walker, keep you safe.
Wait,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm in this room, correct? Listen, he told. Okay.
No one's been not saying all this stuff in front of a nun, which I
No,
love.
I'm absolutely saying this in front of the nun.
Yeah.
I'll take advice from anybody. I don't care if it's
Cool.
God or a scientist, anything.
How do you think? How do you think we can help this? What are you seeing in the book?
This book may be a spell book of sorts. There may be
How
ritual.
so? May I?
If you would like to read over my shoulder, but I feel time is of the essence, and I must peruse this.
Notably, because this is a like most books, two people cannot read them. This is a collection of like sheet music, so I will actually say multiple people can attempt a reading of this tome at the same time.
So I would like to use an art music check.
Yes. Oh, right. We gave you music for this for this purpose. Lauren built a
But
character
exactly
last Saturday just for fun on stream.
Just in case.
And I was like, oh, she's got medicine now. Okay, that's why she's here. Nope, she's a healing singing nun is what she is. All right.
Triple
Straight from
threat.
Sister Act, y'all.
In that case, yes, what I would like you both to do is first, to please roll for me. Okay, you can make an art music check. For you, this is not even a hard success. I'm gonna kind of lump this in with all your stuff. And then Rawlings, if you're gonna start looking over this, you can simply make a language own roll.
Great.
Conrad, what are you doing as they begin looking over this book and Dowell's with them? Cravengate has run out. Obviously, Rawlings and Sister Mercy have no connection to Siobhan. Sister Mercy hasn't even met her. Is there anything you'd like to do at this time?
I've been suspicious of Siobhan, and I really want to lean into Dowell to ask him what he saw.
Perfect.
So, Dowell, you said Siobhan tried to kill you out there.
Yes, he did. She most certainly did. Grabbed me by the neck and tried to drown me in the pool.
There does seem to be a lot of death around here, no?
Telling me. We've already lost a couple comrades. We've been in this place 2 3/4 so far.
There was
Hey, we'll
there
pray
was
for
something
you.
else. There was a doll she had. I'd seen it when we were in the Northwest Wing, but it had disappeared. I suppose she'd swiped it, but she was listening to it. It was almost as if it was speaking into her ear.
She was listening to the doll?
Yes, as she tried to drown me, which I'm hoping you will focus more on.
There was something she was listening to when she went out, when she left the drawing room initially. I heard nothing, but there was... That doll is a powerful artifact indeed.
Have
Powerful
I
enough for her to
heard
try to kill
anything?
me.
Can I check and see if I know anything about like whisperings of a doll?
Make a Dread Mythos roll.
Okay. Also, I rolled on the music check,
Okay.
and I got a.
We're gonna get to that all later because this is kind of like you guys will complete those unless you all go off and get killed right now. But this is kind of happening while you're doing that because that takes a few hours.
Possible.
So, what did you roll on your Dread Mythos.
16. I'm gonna push it. It's 15.
You could also just spend luck.
Oh, yes. Sorry, that's what I meant.
So you
yes.
spend 1 luck on your Dread Mythos roll.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where, like, this whispers stuff doesn't... But I am going to say, Sister Mercy, you're going to like
Yes.
this.
Uh-huh.
Within the circles of those who know of dread, things do flirt around the notion of a doll. A doll with red hair. It's been referenced here and there. You've only rolled a regular success, so you cannot recall the doll's name. Daisy, maybe? But you know that doll seems to be an artifact or avatar that is potentially somewhat connected to the Dark Lord, but some say she's even stronger than him. This is a thing of evil.
Bless you. It's a what?
It's a thing of evil.
Okay. I will turn to Mr. Dowell and say, this doll, does it have red hair?
Yes, it did. Why do you
And
ask?
its name is Daisy.
I didn't stop to ask its name while she was drowning.
Oh, well, I will just say, if this is the doll that is being spoke of in my circles, this might be something connected to great evil. So,
I could have told you that much.
well, it may be more than you expect.
Well, that's not a comforting thought, because I expect quite a lot at this point.
I will pray for you.
Thank you.
It is around this time, actually. Actually, what would she do? Yeah, I'll roll for it. Hold on. Yeah, it's like a 30. That's probably low, so whatever thing. Around this time, about maybe like Craven Gate maybe left like 30, 40 minutes ago, as they've been sort of reading through stuff, and then you've kind of been talking. Polly walks into the room.
Hello?
Oh, I didn't know there was a nun here. Gotta watch my mouth.
It is quite alright. I have heard everything.
I don't know. My brothers say that I say very inappropriate things at times. I was just looking around for someone, but it's alright.
What are you
Who are
looking
you
for?
looking for?
Oh, no, just anyone.
What's the matter?
I am here.
Oh, no, just, I don't know. Siobhan's asleep now.
Oh, she just tries to drown me and then she goes to sleep, does she? That's wonderful.
I don't think she was trying to drown you. I thought you were just horsing
Oh,
around.
she was definitely tired.
Well, you're a lot bigger than her. It's not like she was going to be able to hold you under the water. You
Have
acting
you
all
seen her
weird.
muscles? They're terrifying.
She kind of walks up to you, Dal, and like pokes you about, and she comes up to ear on you. Just ear.
That just means she has a lower center of gravity. It's better for fighting.
It's okay. You got tricked a bit by a girl. It's no shame in it. I bet I could wrestle you down. Should I try?
Please do not try. No, please
Okay.
do not.
And what is your name?
I'm Paulie.
Polly. The girl outside, she has a doll with her?
No. A doll.
She doesn't.
I haven't
She was
seen a
holding
doll.
She was holding the doll.
I don't.
Where-
Interesting.
I haven't seen a doll.
Where's she now? You said she's sleeping?
Oh well. Of course, now I'm sort of starting to think that maybe this Master Craven Gate, who still hasn't paid me yet, but I'm starting to think he's a bit sweet on her.
Happened.
I don't know. He walked out and she sort of just fainted into his arms. She did. So he's carried her upstairs and he asked me to take off that dress and to keep it away, which I did.
I will turn to the others and say, perhaps the doll was left out by the lake.
Somehow I highly doubt that.
Hmm.
He's holding me very close to her.
She don't. I just saw her in a all together. She don't got a doll with her.
Perhaps the doll is somewhere in the lake.
All together means she's naked. Well,
Yes,
not
yes,
now.
yes.
I put a thing on
The
her.
doll is somewhere in the lake. Yes, I understood what you meant.
Perhaps we should go.
I didn't let him see her naked.
That is
Holly,
very
we're not worried.
difficult.
I really do need to keep reading through this.
Sister, I didn't let the man see her naked. He asked for her
That's-
dress, but he didn't even want it in that way. He just wanted the dress. He gets all upset
completely-
about it.
Yes, I completely understand. It's fine. I do not judge you. Do you seek forgiveness?
No, should I?
You can if you'd like, but
Nah.
okay, that is fine.
Are they gonna give us any food?
Probably in the kitchen. There is some.
Okay, she just walks out.
God bless her.
As she's walking out, I wanted to just privately ask her, what's Master Craven Gate paying you for?
Oh, to be a diver. To dive in the pool. But then Siobhan told me not to dive because it's dangerous. And then a salmon bit me on the arse.
You got a background in
there.
diving?
Oh yeah. My dad's a diver. My brothers are divers, but they're all drunk. So they're not here. They got into bar fights in the pub.
Well, you keep diving, I guess, but let us know if you see anything kind of suspicious.
Well, it's sort of late, so I'm probably not going to dive after dark. I've dove after dark before, but Siobhan said not to, so I won't.
Don't dive after dark. Okay.
I mean, she said, well, she doesn't want me diving at all, but I got to make money somehow. Got to support my brothers, get them out of jail.
Well, you just be careful out there. I heard there's some weird stuff, so.
Well, I'm not going out now, am I?
Well, go get your snacks then.
Okay. She walks off.
I would like to propose that we go and look for this doll, because if it is left unattended, I cannot say what will happen, but I do not think it will be good.
I'm not going back to that lake until I know you have a spell out of that book.
So yes, what will you all do? Sister Mercy, do you want to go now? Do you guys want to send Conrad to go look for the doll?
No.
Do you want to send Conrad alone to go look for the doll? Do that. Do that.
No. I've already done bad enough stuff tonight.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? Sister Mercy's done nothing.
Everything's been great. This has been a great one. I hope Liv's not.
For you.
I hope Liv's not mad.
What about
Siobhan's
Sarah?
been up to. Sarah's fine. She's alive. She won't even be insane by the time she wakes up.
Can I do my thing?
What did you? Okay, so basically, you're not leaving. You're continuing to do that because he said this. Rawlings, you're continuing to study as well. Conrad,
yes.
what are you up to?
I do want to know where Sarah is being kept.
Perfect.
I
So
have
if,
a lot of. That was a rough day.
all right, so Conrad, if you want to go just check on the various ladies, you can certainly do so. We'll do this and then we'll get back to your roll. I know you've already made it. Conrad, you check. Sarah has been moved to a bedroom. It's actually one adjacent to Siobhan. The door to Siobhan's room, where Siobhan was, where you guys already found her today, is open. The lights are kind of a light is on there dimly. Craven Gate is sitting at Siobhan's side, just sort of looking dark. There's a burgundy dress in his lap. It's sort of wet and he sort of sees you. Oh, Mr. Bourgeois, forgive the apologize. My hospitality has been lacking given all of these events that have been occurring here. Sorry. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the flower.
It was satisfying at a minimum. I'm just wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing. Seems my party that I arrived with is not doing too hot right now.
Yes. He almost touches Siobhan and then doesn't. Oh yes, Miss I believe Sarah is next door, Miss Quill. He sort of stands up and just glares at the dress he's holding. If you wish to look in on her, of course, I'm sure she requires even further. It sounds her injury was pretty grievous. I'm very happy that this healing sister was able to come and find her. He kind of looks back at Siobhan one time and closes the door.
Before he closes the door, I wanted to, while I'm talking to him, do a spot hit and see if I see that doll in that room.
Roll a spot hit.
Ooh.
It is, I hit an 81, but I'm going to use some luck. Gonna have a 73.
So you'll use a bit of luck to get down to a regular success. Great.
You know what? No, I'm going to push it.
Push it.
I don't want to use my luck. I'm just going to push it.
Shit.
Love it. Oh my god, I wanted to fail against
15.
15. Is that extreme?
That it's one off of an extreme.
Damn.
And unfortunately, you cannot use luck when you've already pushed a roll. Unless we stand at 11.
Do it.
Do it.
We are advancing to 12. You may spend 1 luck.
You selfish bastards. I would do it too.
Close.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh boy.
Conrad, it is so interesting. You look, and you see no doll, and your kind of eyes are flitting back and forth from Craven Gate to around the room. Your eyes sweep over Siobhan. She's wearing she's wearing a nightgown that covers her up well. Polly did a good job. You believe he didn't see her naked. And as you glance, there's kind of like, like the way she's sort of laying, like a hand over herself like this. You do see just a hint of like red hair under her hand. Like she's holding something.
I don't act on it. I just notice. Let him close the door.
As you let him close the door, you kind of glance in one last time. And the doll's face is just staring right at you. This pretty pleasant little smile, just door's closed. Still holding this red dress. He opens the door. You see Sarah, now under the effects of whatever medicines they had around, completely unconscious, many bandages on her head, already blood seeping through some of them. And he just says, I feel terrible that these women were harmed, perhaps. Perhaps I should simply pay this girl Polly and have her stop diving. I don't want any more. Maybe when one of her brothers can come.
Her brothers are in jail.
Some godless or some non-criminal diver. Sure, such a thing could be found.
What's going on in that lake out there? It seems like there's not a lot of good energy about it.
Don't be superstitious, Conrad. Certainly doesn't suit a man of science such as yourself. There are simply things there that trinkets and curios, lost to the pool, family heirlooms, things like this I would like back, that's all.
So, do you ever go in there yourself?
I'm not a strong swimmer.
Surely they have flotation devices and things that you can splash around in the water on. Would you be willing to do something like that?
What I seek is below the surface. I need a diver to go and fetch it. Don't worry about that, Master Patrol. Let's focus on your fallen comrades and your departed judge. Are you satisfied by what you've seen of the flower?
I still am curious. I know I've lost much of my party, but I'm still looking for a missing woman. But
Me too. Come, Mr. Bourgeois, let's have a beverage. He, takes his lantern. He goes down, he finds Hoggins and gives him that dress and says, I want you to burn... No, just keep it somewhere. Make sure that Miss Chiffon does not find it again. Why is the front door open? Hoggins is like, I'm not sure, sorry. He goes over and closes the foyer. And in fact, it looks like the front door's been open a while. There's like a bunch of leaves just kind of, have blown into the foyer. Conrad, he'll take you to one of the rooms and have a fire lit and drink. Sister Mercy Magdalene, you've been wanting to tell me the results. As I just also love the idea of Dowell is just sitting there rocking as these two are reading these things. Sister Mercy, please first give me your music roll.
It was a 6.
A 6?
Yes, which is an extreme success.
Okay. Master Rawlings, what was your language roll?
That was an 89, but I would love to push it.
Push it, Rawlings, push it.
I swear to God, if one of
Push it
y'all
real
pushes
good.
the clock one more,
33, so that's a hard success.
So basically, Rawlings is losing his grip on this, but he kind of he knows that this is risky. He knows that he is maybe going to set himself up to really, because when you read these dread texts to go too deep, he knows that he might lose himself in it and fully go insane. Both of you, congratulations, have succeeded on your initial reading. You both do take some sanity loss. 4 each.
Okay.
I'm used to that.
Yes, but not for Sister Mercy.
Me as a player.
In addition, you both gain
Red Mythos.
3 Dread Mythos points.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm sorry, Nan does not say those words. She thinks them, but does not say.
And you suspect that were you to read this tome for a while longer, you would probably gain a good bit more. Here's the thing. Because of basically, I'll say, because you guys have succeeded on both sides of this, I'll say you kind of, so Sister Mercy, this music is of a variety that your extreme success, I should actually honor that. You suspect that if someone took certain musical tropes currently in effect in society and kind of altered them, debased them in some ways, and also brought in some other, maybe slightly more exotic tropes for a period of, let's say, anywhere from, I'm not exactly sure of the precise year of when this is, because the Victorian era lasts a long time, so anywhere from, say, like 90 to 30 years of progress from your current musical trope, they might come up with this new musical form that is all about these like blue notes and swung rhythms and sort of like polyrhythms and these strange augmented chords. And you really understand these chords. Now, basically you've discovered jazz.
Yes.
I love music.
Rawlings.
Yes.
This is written in a bizarre dialect. Intelligible, but using slang and terminology that you're very confused by. It does appear to be a story, a musical story about criminals stealing things. Stealing, in particular, something that they refer to as the score, an object called the tear-stained diamond, the eponymous diamond of this book. Now, one thing that is so cool to me is neither of these characters have specifically heard about old Ben Charm, who used this very book and sang these very songs.
Oh no.
None of the songs in here, Rawlings, every song in this book will serve as a spell. Every song from this musical is a spell of some kind. None of them are dismissal spells, but a couple of them would work for the purpose. One is called The Score is Worth More. The other is called To Hold You at Last. You believe that To Hold You at Last could maybe just assist in doing what you need. To Hold You at Last, you think is a spell that would contact another entity from another plane, from another domain. Whereas The Score is Worth More, you think might just be a way to summon such a figure.
Do I get the sense that how accurately must one perform these musical notes? For I have no inherent musical gift nor training.
That's the trick.
Relevant.
Yes.
I was wondering, Sister Mercy can read music, correct?
Yes, no, you understand what this sounds like.
Does she have perfect pitch?
Yes, I think with a 66 or whatever, sure. What's interesting, though, as you look this over, actually, I'll tell you what, now having done this, I would like both of you to make Dread Mythos rolls.
With our elevated scores.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Oh! That's an 18. I'm going to use a luck to make it a success.
beautiful.
1 point.
Nope.
Rawlings, you look this over. You know, these spells often need to be very specific. This one is interesting because the spell book, though it is telling you how to do these things, seems to be like a guidebook for different people to do it, so there's going to be some degree of interpretation. You suspect that the most powerful way to cast this spell is to have every single instrument represented with this full orchestra, and all these different singing voices in harmony performing this, including this strange thing. This is talking about The Score is Worth More specifically.
Oh, no.
Including this strange thing that is described as a dance break. Now, it does not give you any guidance on what the dance break is, but you suspect that you know, and of course you don't hear the music in your head yet, so you're like, oh, then maybe everyone has to do like a waltz or something in the middle of it. But basically, it
Perhaps
needs
it's something where once we hear the music, the dance shall make itself known to us.
It's probably the case.
So, while Sister Mercy is reading this, can she be like trying to?
Yeah.
If I hear that, if I hear that happening, I will immediately say, "Shh! Do not out loud." I will try immediately stop you.
I am very aware that this is a.
This not only, as we have said, these are all spells. Not only are these spells.
Yes, well, you would need this entire thing.
No, not necessarily. Not only to the complete. It is like a painting or like a marble sculpture.
You are afraid because you do not have the Lord in your heart. You need to have the Lord in your heart, and then
I'm afraid because if you fuck it up, there's no telling what might happen.
I will not be fucking it up.
And I
will emphasize the word fuck because I know that them hearing a nun say fuck.
If you do it
alarming.
I stopped rocking for a second to register that that happened.
If you do it incompletely, then do you not understand the scope of what of the powers with which we are dealing?
I do, and I feel that you do as well.
I do, and that is why I'm imploring you to please do not hum along, do not utter these notes for fear of what if if you do it completely, if you do it incompletely, if you do it with just one part, if you do the harmony, I know of harmonies and melodies. If you do the harmony and the melody, what might happen? I don't know. I do not care to find out unless we can perform this whole thing in its entirety.
Fine then, you gather the instruments and we will do this. Because I will be the director of the music, because I can tell that you do not understand music to the level that I do, so...
Such pride from a woman of God.
We're all going to die.
Perdóname, what do you say?
Nothing. Everything's.
No, what did
wonderful,
you say?
lady.
I would like to hear it.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Get
It's
to
just
the
that
room,
we're all
because
going
I do
to
not
die.
understand what you're saying. What about me as a woman?
What?
What
No,
about me as a
I said
woman?
we're all going to die.
Not you, Dowell.
Oh.
Oh, I said as a woman, such pride for a woman of God. I was not insulting your gender, but rather your devotion to your Lord.
You want to question that?
I have no reason to do otherwise.
All right. Well, if you two could feud about your spirituality another time, I have a ghost written in my life, so if you could hurry this up.
Is
You're
it-
fine. There is
Hold on.
God in this room. I'm with you. You will be fine. And she will
Oh, boy.
toy with her rosary in her right hand.
Sure. Things get tense in that room. The hour has drawn late. In fact, you all realize that you are pretty hungry after those studies. If it is the intention of Sister Mercy Magdalene and Mr. S.A. Rawlings, which stands for something really fun, by the way.
Does it?
Oh God.
It's on the internet.
Suddenly, you find yourselves growing tired. It's been a very long day. Sarah is already attempting to recuperate. Siobhan has passed out. Polly got her snack. Conrad, I will say that you had... Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if she got a cracker first.
Yeah.
Night, everyone.
I don't know. Is like I'm not
And
joking.
scene.
I'm not trying to undercut your joke.
What are cookies? No,
Yeah,
those
they're
are just
biscuits. Like, are crackers? Are crackers? I think are
I think they
crackers a
give their
thing in the
Budgies
UK?
biscuits though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they call certain things crackers. Mainly just
Oh, like Christmas crackers.
yeah, just Christmas crackers. But that's not a food.
Hopper.
No, but in like British people, Doctor Who.
No, they
Christmas
call them water biscuits or savory biscuits.
crackers.
Yes,
Ew,
I do.
I don't
In-
like that.
Any case, wow.
Sorry, guys.
Conrad. Polly got a cracker, but no one there thought that was interesting. But Craven Gate, sort of retires for the evening, or says he does. You suspect he's just gonna go sit next to Siobhan for a little while longer. Maybe calling her someone else's name like a fucking weirdo. Is there anything else you wish to do, Conrad? An intense argument was occurring there. I'll say you can walk back to that room if you think you'd revisit it after, kind of, and of course, there's food for any of you in the kitchen. They can bring food. No one's asking why Dowell hasn't been working all afternoon. They're just like, stuff's going weird. It's fine. Conrad, is there anything you want to do as they finished up their stuff?
I did want to just see if Walker's around by any chance. Like,
Oh, you're not going to check on Sarah? That's fine.
I already
He did. He went upstairs.
She's a. Fine.
He checked on her with Craven Gate.
No, I know, but she might be better now. It's fine.
No, she can't talk.
Definitely not better by now.
They gave her a bunch of she took a bunch of morphine.
Fine.
She can't talk till tomorrow at the earliest, and maybe not even then. She had multiple head injuries. All right, Conrad.
I just kind of go, Walker, you around here still?
Do you ask this question a lot of places?
I know that. Am I around where the door was open and all that?
Yeah, in the foyer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where I am. That's where I saw last.
Do you open the door? Do you like look out into the night?
I'll take a peek.
Cool. Open the front door, glance out. You don't see anything. If you still call out to Walker though, you can kind of,
Walker? That worked last time. Anybody?
A whistle. How interesting that you whistle. Yeah, in that case. In the distance, you hear, not nearby, but almost like in reply to your whistle. And maybe in reply to the word you said after it. You hear a whinny. Clopping of hooves.
My, right now.
Make a listen roll, Conrad.
Where's Mr. Dowell right now?
Oh, your listen is fucking high, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
That's
99.
right.
Mine is fairly high.
Yeah, but it means nothing to you.
Mine's low. It was a fail.
A fail. Conrad, you kind of listen out for a moment, but the winds are loud. But Mr. Dowell, I do want you to... I'm going to have you roll one, even though it's kind of a passive thing. Roll a listen roll. Tell me if you get a hard or extreme success.
No, just normal success.
Mr. Dowell, you feel a cold chill on your back for a moment. But then you listen and hear nothing. Conrad, you stare out into the night, having heard that horse, but I mean, there's even wild horses here or there. You see no movement after a while, and no sign of Walker.
Close the door and go back inside and try to rejoin the party with a whiskey in my hand.
Wonderful. Dowell, moments after that, Conrad walks back into the room where Sister Mercy Magdalene and S.A. Rawlings are having this, like, weird, like, argument about, like, not to perform this. Is there sexual tension? I like to think so. But, I mean, it's a nun, so I always like to think so. But enough about me. As you all sort of gather here, knowing that it's probably the end of this very long and disturbing day. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Wow.
Amazing.
That
Oh my god.
end, man.
Remember when Sarah rolled
Damn.
a 100?
You know, at least you know I'm being honest.
No, it's true. Oh my god. That was, well,
Because I looked at it and I was like, if I'm gonna lie, this
Well,
is
just
the
don't.
time to lie.
just don't lie.
It was a
Don't do that.
character choice,
No,
and
good.
I stood behind it. Because,
Moms are
you know
just-
why? Yeah, you know why? Because Sarah got a taste of what it felt like to get revenge on people who underestimated her. She wanted a little more while she felt that rage. Or she felt the impulse.
I think it is interesting that you feel the need to convince us that it was the right thing to do.
I'm
in
not
this
saying it was
friendly-
the right
in this
thing.
friendly
I'm
game we're
saying
playing.
it was a character-driven thing, and I'm explaining why she did it. Do I need to go to therapy? Probably.
I just think it's interesting that you feel the need to explain yourself. I think everyone else is fine with what they've done. This is
So
interesting.
Dowell's like hella gonna die.
I mean, had you
We
not
all
broken away,
are.
you were just gonna get drowned. And
Oh,
things
yeah.
with and that means Polly was probably gone too. So your escape meant Polly just thought that was horseplay.
Oh Lord.
I really would have felt bad if I'd had Liv kill Polly when she wasn't here. She would have been.
Yeah, make a Liv kill Polly when Liv is here.
Yeah, that's the better way. That's the better way to do it. Hey, Zane, remember when I was like, you know what they do to injured animals in the farm, right? Remember that part?
That was
Right.
That was brilliant. I was sweating,
I was into that.
and I was like, Minnesota Twins chimed in. He's like, breakfast would be weird tomorrow because like I would just get the silent treatment.
No, I would straight up walk into that room and be like, no, I wouldn't.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't.
God. I just think
not you.
the main thing is that Maisie is really cool. That's my main point.
I
Maisie's
love,
awesome.
can I just say, I love that things that certain people were very mad at me about that I did have created all of this. For those of you in the chat who don't know, our, I guess, genesis of this channel.
To justify her actions.
I'm not justifying. I'm just saying I love that I am the reason all of this is happening.
I'm sure you do.
I love attention. Our Genesis
and I
program,
love the tension.
Yes. Top Flight, which will be returning at some point. My character discovered Maisie. Well, yeah, she found Maisie and like released her. And then we got to like find her backstory and stuff, and she wreaked havoc on us for a little bit, and she continues to do so. So you're welcome, Dreadmaster.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And audience.
You're welcome is what she says.
So, Philip, at some point, can we get like a full, complete written description of Maisie in the Discord just for everyone to see?
You can.
Oh.
Um.
Once her arc ends, probably.
Yes, although it's interesting because a brief peek behind the curtain. The Maisie that Dowell saw didn't look exactly like the Maisie he saw earlier, but was the same doll.
No!
Maisie he got a peek of her and he recognized her. Maisie has made herself look like Siobhan's sister. Like we basically said that. Maisie now resembles Siobhan's drowned sister. Like it's like a dead drowned doll right now.
I guess can we get like descriptions of all the different Maisie skins we've had?
the full unlocked
the DLC Maisie
all the
skin?
DLC Macy's,
Yeah.
the complete pack. Yes, absolutely. I also I frantically put something together today and I really thought I was about to use it because I was like, there's no way they'll be crazy enough to, and then they were almost crazy enough to. The score is worth more. I do have the complete lyrics, and I also I made a very temp recording of it, thinking that we might be getting to this point. So I will have a full recording of The Score is Worth More. I hope before next game, because I do have that one fully written. I've had that one. I've had the lyrics for a while, and today I was like, just in case, I'm just gonna do like a super simple scratch track of how that song goes.
Wait, and are you singing them?
I am singing that one, yes.
That is my favorite.
It's just a 32 bar Tin Pan Alley jam with a 16 bar intro verse. You get it.
Hey, has all the music that's been playing on the stream, is that all original music by our Dreadmaster?
It is, yes. I do have to avoid copyright. I'm just using all the vaguely appropriate ambient music I made, including some of the jams from our Star Wars game when we had a jizz band. That's right, a jizz band.
Because someone decided that's what they should call jazz music in Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do play that stuff. But yeah, I think I will. I think once it appears in this game, or once it wouldn't appear in the game, I will. You guys can hear the Score is Worth More.
Oh, I'm excited.
Plane where they have jazz. You guys got to go to that plane. It's a real good one. So if you like what we did here tonight, cool. It was dark but pretty fun. Yes, we play this game every Friday, Blood from a Stone. That is Fridays at 7:30 here on Twitch. On Sundays, we have a game called Here Be Dragons, in which the players are dragons and they be here. That one has been super fun. That one actually ended. I think we might have had in Here Be Dragons, we might have had like 8 sessions since there's been any combat, maybe 7 sessions. And they were planning a trap on some creature that was coming for them. And last session ended, they didn't have a combat the whole time. There was just a planning this trap and then stuff going crazy and making weird decisions. But the session ended with a breath weapon from a shadow dragon being unleashed on them from above. So Here Be Dragons, which has been very playful and Feywild and fun. They're now in the Shadow World, and it's about to be combat. I'm so excited. I hope I drop somebody. I don't want to kill any of them. I was already mean enough to them, but I want to drop somebody. I really do. Sometimes I don't know if there's DMs out there, but sometimes you just, oh God, you want to drop somebody. You don't want to kill them. It's not that. Somebody needs to be at 0. Somebody needs to be at 0. Because otherwise, what was the point of the fight? And then on Mondays, we have a game called Wellness Beyond the Witchlight. In our most recent session of that, mainly just because of, I guess, some character absences and other crazy decisions, and quite frankly, I don't know why I'm saying all these reasons. It's because there's a fairy rogue named Fritzy in the party. We had some pretty crazy combat, and also Laura did something very metal, which was gripped a crown made out of needles to draw her own blood to cast spells, which thought that was pretty fun. So anyway, that's our nice game. God.
We're
We got a certain vibe here on Lost Lore.
But thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and follow us. Also, subscribe. Insert the spiel about how if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub if you link it to your Twitch account, and you have to renew that every month. And if you don't use your free one here, use it somewhere else.
There's a couple of people here from my TikTok. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all.
Hey, what's TikTok? What's your TikTok?
The Rose Explodes.
Cool.
All of our player info, including our social media, is in the bio.
That's so cool. In the about page here on Twitch. Also, there's a Discord. Join that, and then also, say another thing, Jeremy.
Oh, hi, I'm Jeremy. I do art and stuff. I do a webcomic that is currently on hiatus, but there's already a book and a half worth of content on Webtoons. It's called Travelers of Talaria. It's a fantasy series. So if you like that kind of stuff, I'll put a link to it in chat, and it's also on our info, I think. If you check that out, I very much appreciate it. It's all free to read.
Dan, you want to say anything?
I'm having fun.
Amen. Zane, Conrad.
I first want to thank our just everybody that's following, subscribing. Like, we actually had a raider tonight. RF Chaos brought a party of 8 viewers tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
We had Apostrophe This subscribed for 1 month tonight. We had ZM345 gave out 1 community sub gift. Minnesota Twins, once again, a 1 community sub gift.
That is so nice of you guys to do. Thank you so much for that.
Minnesota Twins did that twice tonight. So
also, I want to shout out to Minnesota Twins because he is also on my TikTok lives. He's a moderator for me. Thank you so much.
That's so nice.
Keeping the creepers out.
Also, this is probably like a dumb question, but like, are you a fan of the Minnesota Twins, or is it like it's a name that it happens to be about that?
He went to bed. He's done.
I understand. I mean, who wouldn't at this point?
Oh,
there you go. Very good. Well then. God, now I walked into this because I don't know if there's if it's just go Twins, or if there's I
have been in Target Field. It's a nice field.
I would have, yeah.
Sports.
That was my team when I was a kid, but I didn't even watch them. I just had a baseball card with the Minnesota Twins, so that was my team.
Twins as in people who are born at the same time?
I think that's what it refers to. I'm 99% sure it refers to the Twin Cities. Yeah.
Yeah. I call them Minneapolis.
But I mean, yes, it is in terms of sort of twins.
Well.
Also, I'm just gonna mention, because you talked about baseball cards, I just think this is funny. I have a friend who decided to have a baseball card collection, and he had hundreds of cards.
Good for him.
His collection was of 1 card, hundreds of times.
I love that.
I wish I remembered. I think it was that he was at the Container Store, and there was a baseball card holder on display. Like a plastic kind of whatever box, and he looked inside, and it was just a stack of all the same card.
That's so commitment to the bit.
Took them. And then just for the rest of his life, he'd go to every baseball card shop whenever he saw one, and he'd buy that card. It was a nothing card. He'd usually find a few of them. Oh my god.
As a collector, you have to narrow down what you're gonna buy.
The idea of like,
otherwise you spend too much. I respect that.
I really think the idea of saying, because here's what's amazing about that. He says, I'm a baseball card collector.
A baseball card.
Because anyone's a baseball card collector, that means they are a baseball card collector. He is a baseball card collector.
That's like when those old men say, do you want to see my pride and joy? And then they actually show you a picture in their wallet of pride and joy, like the cleaning products. Anybody ever seen that?
I remember the first time a man told me that joke. You were there, Zane.
Yes.
Men tell funny jokes.
That sounds made up.
It's really not. Oh, anyway, thank you all for so much. I also want to say that Zane has a really cool Instagram called Zane's Trees.
He just hit 10K.
Hey, congratulations.
Oh,
and he has so that one, as you can guess, it's all bonsai trees, and it's really cool. And then he also has an Instagram called Zane Swords, and it's just pictures of swords. It's all his cool swords. He's got katana blades.
I knew it was coming.
And I mean, are they? I mean, it's some real like mall sword store energy. I highly recommend Zane Swords.
You should always have a sword within hand's reach.
Oh my god, that guy's got. If you've ever been to their house, it's so many swords in their house.
I wish I would have so many swords on the walls. Oh my god.
I have 2 swords in hand's reach right now.
Oh my god. Are any of them lightsabers?
3 tribbles.
No.
I have a friend who has a bunch of swords, and he just got a replica of Sting.
That's rad.
I just did something.
Oh.
It's actually a friend of mine's sword.
Y'all, I'm gonna get the shards of Narsil
Really cool.
tattooed on my arm.
Makes sense.
Nah.
I
don't know why I flipped off, but you
I
know.
recognize this.
Is that?
No.
Wait, is that a Game of Thrones?
Nope.
What is that?
Warhammer. Fantasy.
I don't recognize it.
I want to say like Thundercats or something.
Conan the Barbarian?
Yeah.
That's
there
you
go.
know what? It's interesting. My first thought was that, and then I was like, no, is that like Ned Stark's sword? No, that is Conan. Once you that is Conan. Do you ever ask Crom to ask you the riddle of steel?
No, I borrowed this from. Neither of these swords are mine. I borrowed them from friends for a photo shoot.
Oh my god, guys. Side note: Conan the Barbarian.
This belongs to a former Tiefling Ranger that Zasilonaj played with.
Oh, very interesting. That is a very cool sword. I just really at some point I want to run a game that is just the 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan movie. At some point,
that would be rad.
That game.
Zane is so in.
And I want people to say like, okay. Like, that movie is obviously some, like, crazy right-wing fever dream, John Milius, Oliver Stone, there's obviously some gross stuff in there. That being said, occasionally, the dialogue in that movie, like, the prayer that Conan the Barbarian says when the people, like, he prays to his god, do you remember the scene I'm talking about, Zane? It's like, and it's Arnold, so his English, and it's back, like, it's like his English is just nothing. So it's like a bunch of guys are coming, and he prays to his god, and his prayer is, Crom, I've never prayed to you before because I don't have the taste for it, or my tongue doesn't have the taste for it, but let us win today so it can be the day when few won against many, and if not, then to hell with you.
I love how you remember it.
Well, because it's cool.
I wish I could remember everything.
And then his dad says all that stuff at the beginning of like, you can't, like, in this world, Conan, you cannot trust man or woman or beast. The only thing you can trust is steel. And he pulls out a sword. Oh god.
You know what Zane remembers? Every move of Bloodsport. We'll watch it and he'll be like, this is where he does like this move.
I have a Bloodsport t-shirt too that I found at the thrift store. It's perfect.
I don't think it's the best Jean-Claude Van Damme movie though.
What would you pick?
Hard Target.
That is a good one. I think Bloodsport is just so iconic.
It is iconic.
It sticks with me in my heart.
I gotta send you the picture of me in front of the Jean-Claude Van Damme statue in Brussels.
They have. That's amazing that they have.
I was there a few years ago with my sister, and I was joking. I was like, Becca, we have to go to the ancestral Van Damme family home. And I was joking, and I was like, well, I googled Jean-Claude Van Damme monument, and turns out there is a statue of him out, like it's on a random median in a boulevard outside of some mall in Brussels. So I made her walk there with me.
He's the muscles for Brussels. He deserves it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Whatever. Well. Yeah, there's some. I mean, maybe just 80s action. Somehow it's like it's fantasy, but also some martial artists of the Van Damme. You know.
Well, it's all barbarians.
A friend. I would have to say.
He'd be a monk, though. Yeah.
A friend of mine knew Jean-Claude Van Damme before he was famous.
Ooh.
His dad owned Dharma Greb, which was the Moroccan restaurant on Sunset back in the day, and Jean-Claude Van Damme worked there briefly.
Wow.
So he was a little kid. He was just like a busboy or a waiter before his big break. So it's kind of cool.
Oh.
That I was very excited about that. So I feel like I kind of know him.
It basically sounds like you. It sounds like you made him. You made him everything he is. Well, I didn't think that today's game would end talking about Bloodsport, but I'm so happy it did. Thank you, everyone, for checking out our fun. We will see you next time. Until then, have a dreadful night.